So now we are going to make the sheep, and here we have it. I'm just going to brief up on the shapes that were used here. Okay, so this is the cylinder for the body. Okay, and there are 4 stout sausages made and then cut. They are quite short as well. Okay, and then the face is an oval, but you can see it is just bent here for the eyes, and the ears are sausage but a flat one. Okay, there are 2 that are placed here, and then you can see the entire body is just covered with like tiny balls. Okay, so we have done 2 of the figurines before this, where I just made the shape as I was doing the figurine. But for this I have the figurine because we have done most of these shapes quite a few times in the practice session as well. So now we can see what these are going to be used for. So this one is going to be used for the body and the 4 legs here, the face, and then the ears, and then I have quite a few number of the balls that are made. Okay, you can see using white fondant, a lot of balls here which will be used to cover the top of the body. Now I'm just going to have this leg, first all 4 of them placed. We just need to have them stuck. Now we want all of the leg to be of the same height, because we want the body to come and stick on top of that, right? So let me just stick the legs one by one. Now I want this leg to stick onto the adjacent one first. Okay, and then to the back side of this, to both of them I'm going to add the glue. So this is a simple standing figurine, right? And now this will be the front ones, and to the back I'm just going to add glue onto one side, and then have these 2 stuck together, and so there is glue on the back side here, and then I'm going to attach these 2 together as well. Okay, and now we can allow this to rest for some time because this is quite a heavy piece of fondant. But then ideally this 4 legs are done, on top of which now this body is just going to come. Now if the 4 legs are dried up completely, then it will take the weight of this body. Now if not, now allow this to dry all by itself and set this aside separately, and once it is completely dried, then you could put on top of this. But right now, because these shapes are made and been resting here for some time, I'm just going to add the glue on top of the leg and attach the body. Give a little amount of pressure there. Okay. And now the shape of the face, like I explained, you can see it is a oval first. Okay, and then the back is flattened up, and then here it is just flattened a little bit using the finger like that. Now when you do that, you have this part a little bulgier, and also make this part a little narrower. So that is the only change that you will do. So once that is done, we are going to attach it here to the front like that. Okay, and to do that we need to add glue here on the back side, and then put the face in the front, obviously to just stop this face from sliding down. Let's have support made using fondant. Okay, so we just drag it all the time with the support, or otherwise we might need toothpick or wire, which we just try to avoid. Now the ear part, I'm just going to add glue on both sides. So this is the ears that are made. So you can see this narrow part is what is going to be used to stuck here. Okay, and it is a sausage that is just pressed down and then narrowed down here. Now to that pinched narrowed part is where I'm just going to add the glue. And doing that to this here as well. Okay, and to this I'm going to add the eyes. I'm going to turn it towards me and mark the eyes. Okay, so get the eyes here, and now I'm going to use the Dresden tool to mark the nose here. Okay, and then I'm just going to join the nose like that and have one line under that, and then mark the lip. Now once I have this marking done, then I can just go a bit deeper. Now to the eyes, I'm adding a little bit of black, making as a ball, and then checking if they both are of the same size. I'm going to brush glue in the place of, so check back each time and then put them back in place. Glue is applied there. Now the tiny bit of white. Okay, so now the face is done mostly, and now we just go on and add the balls. Now tiny balls are like simple white fondant, and then just make balls like it's a simple way. Now I'm going to add the glue right all over the body, and then a bit on the head as well. So now I'm just going to continue to add these wool, the fondant balls on the sheep, and then I'll get back once I finished adding it to the entire body. So I've stuck the balls around, and then I have pressed it out a bit as well. The balls are covering the entire body, and then a little bit here on the front, so it just comes all the way to the front of the face as well. And I'm just going to make a small tail here, so I'm taking a bit of the white fondant. It is getting sticky, so I'm just touching in a bit of corn flour. I want it quite small, okay, so don't want it like too long, so I'm just going to cut off the excess and have a small tear drop. Okay, so just have a small tail. So we just have the sheep completed with all the details, and there we have the completed sheep, and you would make the sheep the same way I have taught you. So that is the end of making a very simple four-legged animal. So see you on the next lesson, where we will be making a unicorn, and that's just going to stand tall, and it is going to be a little more advanced technique than what we've made the sheep with.